Time for another Iffy story. Absolutely love them. Iffy's half dozen, fantastic. But we want to talk about national honours and being an Australian road champ. Talk to us about the first one, and then we'll get to the 3 in a row as well.
Yeah, well, 20-year-old down Geelong, my first time in the state jersey, and it was a circuit right down where we run the Bay Classic now. Actually, around the through the park there. It was about only a 5.5 kilometre circuit, I think, and ended up being a bunch finish. And I was pretty quick at the time, and I beat a bloke named Dick Paris, who I think ended up running second in 4 Australian road titles. So and then got picked to the Commonwealth Games. So it was really the start of it all.
So that road title, all of a sudden the world starts to really open up. But it took a while for you to be able to get back and achieve the 3 in a row, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I missed a couple because I was overseas. So once I turned pro in '74, and that was the end of going to the Games, because back in those days you couldn't go to the Olympics or Commonwealth Games because if you're pro, I think it was in the 90s when they finally opened it up for cycling. So I missed out on 2 or 3 Olympics that I would love to have gone to, so I only got the one. But yeah, so it was 78 Australian road title in Tassie, and I won that. I beat Graham Hodgkiss, Tasmanian guy, and Shane Bartley. But the second and third year were the ones where I had this great rivalry with a bloke named David Allen, Dumps, as he was well known. And Dumps was an angry young man, God rest his soul, because he's not with us any longer. But yeah, we didn't get on, and we had lots of run-ins. So
on the bike and off the bike.
Oh yeah, we didn't get on at all.
Not mates at all.
Yeah, no. And we had quite a few. It'd be worth a story on its own, just the Dump stories. But so in the '79 Aussie road title up in New South Wales, he was in great form, and there was one small hill in it. It was only a fairly small circuit, about 6k around, and he just attacked up this hill every time, and pretty soon we dropped everybody. We ended up lapping the main field 3 times in that race. So I ended up out-sprinting Dumps, just the 2 of us, for that title. Terry Hammond was 3rd at 1 lap. I think he might have unlapped himself a couple of laps to go. But and then 4th, 5th and 6th, I think were at 2 laps, and then the rest were at 3 laps.
So how's the conversation when it's just the 2 of you, and you know it's going to come down to the 2 of you? What sort of...
Hardly a word said, actually. He was just attacking, and I could feel he just started to slow a bit towards the end because he really had been going hard. And we'd just work turns around the course, and then he'd go bang up the hill, and then we'd just roll turns around the course. And then about 3 laps to go, he went up the hill and eased off a bit. And I eased up, and we cruised around the last lap. Matter of fact, we were doing track stands on the last lap. It was ridiculous, but it didn't get on.
So that's the first of the 3. Then you had another 2.
Well, that was the second. The first one he didn't ride. He and Bulldog were on holidays at that stage. Another story. So the second year was that one, and then so the next year I'm going for 3 in a row, and no, only Mockridge had ever won 3 in a row. So we'd had a run in just a couple of weeks before, Dumps and I. He knocked me off in the, actually physically knocked me off in the Yarrawonga race. Got disqualified, and they let him back in.
So you hit terra firma, he keeps riding.
Yeah. And so we had the big race. So we're that busy watching each other, we let the field go. So it was at Sandown Raceway, which is a great course for an Aussie road title. And we were half a lap down, and in the break was Bulldog and Dipple and Terry Stacey, most of the big names. And then suddenly Dumps just says, "Well, see you later." Ex-Australian champion pulled out. So I got a couple. We started chasing. I ended up bridging the last bit alone. It's probably my best ride, actually. Caught them.
So has he deliberately pulled you back out?
Well, he wasn't having a good day. I thought he was just foxing, but he actually wasn't having a good day, as it turns out. And he and Peter Vasenko were cousins. So Bulldog's out the front. Peter Vasenko being Bulldog. So, yeah, that was his tactic for that. So, anyway, I caught them and then outspread Bulldog to win that one. So, I was pretty happy with that. That gave me 3 in a row. But it was probably the next year that he got even, because the next year we were up at Berry. I was going for 4. And there's 4 of us left at the finish. There was Bulldog, Dumps, Sefton and myself. and we're sprinting. Clyde Sefton's in front. Bulldog had taken a flyer. We just pulled him back on the other side of the road. So and we're into the last 300 metres. Dumps is there. I'm on his wheel. I go to jump around, and I thought, I should have just kept going. I just had to hold him in, and he just leaned over, grabbed me on the stomach and sat up. So Sefton's riding away. I'm bashing his arm. I got loose. I rattled home, and Clyde beat me by about a wheel, I guess. So Clyde didn't know anything about that. So when he hears this, he'll say, "Oh, you're making another Iffy story." But I felt it would have been 4 in a row. So Dumps and I were at it again after that. A couple of punches thrown, but it was normal for us.
Another Iffy story.
Yeah.